Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's WWE Raw recap show. This is the electrifying Day 1 episode, first show of the new year that took place at the Pachango Arena in San Diego, California. More on the electrifying part later. But first, let me do the sales pitch. Hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about this week's Raw, and be a champ, and hit that subscribe button. Without no further ado, let's let her rip. The first match of the WWE Raw 2024 is Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax. They built this as a match 5 years in the making. Typical little person, big person match. Becky sticking and moving, but Nia Jax will use her size and strength to gain the advantage. As Nia was draped over the top rope, Becky went for a leg drop. Then that's when Nia leveled her with a right hand, busted her open pretty good. Then Nia Jax hit her Annihilator bonsai drop finisher for the 1-2-3, clean in the ring. So it looks like this feud may continue a little longer. Then we have a segment involving Cody Rhodes. He's the first person to actually welcome, or the first wrestler to welcome everybody to Raw in a new year. Says he has big plans in 2024, but mentions he still has issues with Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke appears on the big screen, boasts about being the guy who's going to author the final chapter in Cody's story. He says it won't be tonight. He'll give him a chance to think about it, dream about it. Then he'll close the story next week on Raw. Then he sprays the red mist into the camera. Ew. Next up is a tag team match with Jey Uso teaming up with Kofi Kingston versus the Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. Unfortunately, as good as this match was going, it kind of went to a abrupt end. Vinci was going for a middle rope cross body block, reverse cross body block. Kofi Kingston kind of awkwardly hit him with a drop kick, and when Kaiser landed, or with Vinci landed, looked like he bumped his head pretty hard against the mat. Could have been a concussion. They called for stoppage of the match. The medical people kind of looked at him, just to make sure he's, kind of checked on him. He kind of, that head bounced off that mat pretty hard from what I was seeing. But they stopped the match. Vinci got hurt, but I think he's doing okay. I believe it's just just got his bell rung, little concussion. They'll do the protocol. So hopefully it gets better, gets back in the ring. Next up we have Miz TV, and Miz comes out wearing his gear, almost like it's kind of foreshadowing something. He introduces the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day, I guess, was supposed to be the guest of Miz TV, but our Truth music hits. He comes down. He states that he's got a lot of hats he wears, does a lot of work for the Judgment Day. Right now, he's doing some PR work, trying to make Judgment Day more likable. That's when Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough come out. This sets a match between Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough versus Truth and Miz. And Miz said this is the reunion of the Awesome Truth. So, very entertaining match here. I guess our Truth still thinks he's a member of the Judgment Day. So he say, "Look, I ain't tagging up with JD, but Dominic, okay, I got you. Kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge." Awesome Truth had an early advantage until Truth tried to tag in Dominique, allowing JD to take over. And that's when Dominique hit the 619. They got heat on R-Truth. finally gets a tag into the Miz, who comes in and he cleans house pretty good, but somehow R-Truth gets tags himself into JD McDonough. He's kind of unaware of it. Then it's like, then Dominic and JD is like, hey, if you're one of us, then hit him. JD, held the Miz up. Uh, R-Truth just said, hey, sorry, I love you, and went to punch the Miz, but Miz ducked. Uh, Gets leveled by, he levels JD McDonough. Miz hits the Skull Crusher finale. Huge win for the Awesome Truth. Like I said, a very funny entertainment segment. R-Truth always brings it as far as entertainment is concerned. Next up is a match for the WWE Women's World Championship. It is Rhea Ripley defending against Ivy Now. A huge pop for Rhea when she came out. Then when they done their introductions, Rhea got another huge pop. Ivy looked good for, got the early advantage a little bit. Looked okay. Had a couple missteps in there, but then Rhea would take over. Uh, and what can you say about Rhea Ripley? She is the poster child of someone who's over. You got women who want to be her and be with her, and men who want to just flat out be with her. So that's definitely a good combination or a good recipe for being totally over with the crowd. Rhea will get the win after hitting the Riptide for the win, and we'll go to the next match. Of course, this is the segment that everybody was looking for. Who was the big surprise former WWE champion that was going to be revealed? Music of Jinder Mahal hits, and the fans are between disappointed and not caring. Pretty much like his world title run. He spouts some anti-American rant until the Rock's music hits. Rock comes out. Um, it gets half the crowd to say day one. The other half say douchebag. Uh, does a little more smack talk. They would go at it. Rock hits the spine buster and the people's elbow. Says, you know what? He's a little hungry. He asks the crowd. He states that he's a little hungry. He asks the crowd, should he sit at the booth, at the bar, or should he sit at the head of the table, which got a big pop from the crowd, trying to tease maybe a match with Roman Reigns again. Let's see how that ends up. Next up is a women's tag team eliminator match. They're basically, I guess, doing a little tournament here to figure out who's going to be the next challengers for the women's tag team championship. That's held by Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Like I said, one of my favorite tag teams right now. Speaking of favorite pairings, I do like this pairing of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Tonight they went up against Tegan Knox and Natalia. Natalia and Knox looked pretty good in the get go until a little teamwork from Baszler and Stark would give them the advantage. Tag the Knox. She came in like a house of fire until Baszler hits her with a roundhouse kick. Uh, Very smooth finisher here. It was a combination of a German suplex into a Z360. Wins it for Stark and Baszler. Like I said, the finisher. I dig this pairing. Uh, I think them two, along with Kaden, Chance, and Carter, will have very good matches. Unfortunately, the crowd, I guess, was a little spent from seeing the Rock on Raw for the first time in a long time. So, fans a little quiet on this one, but man, would hope they at least kind of move them up. Instead of the last hour, kind of move them to uh, beginning of the second hour or end of the first. Which I guess they gotta, the way the format, they gotta, make sure all the stars shine, and if people are wait for that. But uh, just kind of wish they would kind of the crowd was more into it. I'm into it. Let me know in the comments. Are you into the WWE tag team, women's tag team build up? And let me know about the tag team scene in general in WWE. Looks like they're trying to get something going here. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, now it's time for the main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It is Drew McIntyre challenging the champion, Seth freaking Rollins. Another good match between the two. Uh, you got the dodge, you got the strength of Drew, you got the flying and the kicks and everything from Seth. Seth would hit a pedigree, and this is almost towards the end of the match. He hits a pedigree. Out comes Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio. They came out. Dom had got the rest of attention. Damian nails Rollins with a briefcase. Looks like he's about to cash in until Drew McIntyre gave him the Claymore kick. Uh, he would also give Rollins a Claymore kick, hooked the leg, 1, 2, but Seth's foot was on the ropes. Uh, Drew got a little mad, started going outside and wrecking the table. This, of course, makes the match, spill outside the ring. Uh, Seth would hit Drew with a pedigree on the table. They get him back in the ring. Seth hits a stomp. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still World Heavyweight Champion is Seth Rollins. Be interesting. I guess as far as I know, they're going to do it. They're going to have Seth Rollins go up against CM Punk. Of course, no CM Punk in this week's episode. I think he's going to be back next week. So I'm pretty sure some build up there. Of course, we already know CM Punk's in the Rumble, Cody Rhodes in the Rumble. I'm pretty sure a few other people going to drop their names in the Rumble. That, of course, goes for the women's side too, for the women's Royal Rumble. Um, but like I said, a pretty decent show. Felt bad for Giovanna Vinci. Always not good to see anybody get hurt, especially with concussion. And you know, uh, since that one incident, all sports take concussions seriously these days. Um, but anyway, like I said, let me know in the comments what you thought about Raw. Hit the like button, be a champ, and hit that subscribe button as well. This does it for me this evening. You folks have a good one and take it easy. Thank you for checking out my video. I really do appreciate it. And of course, this is the part where I ask you, if you're not a subscriber yet, to click on that subscribe button, leave a like, also share with friends. And if you want to follow me on social media, on Twitter, X, it's at RRPATRPTV46. On Facebook, it's this Ronald Ray. And yes, I need to turn in my man card because I do have a TikTok. You find me on TikTok at RP2Vision. As always, you have a good one and take it easy.